Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to what is going to be a very exciting weekend here at the Carolina Games Studio. We've got a special treat for you this day. My name is Blake or Podslim. Right next to me, we got
Harsha here.
yeah, and we are going to be casting the League of Legends tryouts for our varsity and junior varsity teams. I'm very excited for all of that. We are seeing some returning faces in these tryouts and some new faces that are going to be coming around. Everyone in the lobby should be ready and set to go, but the way that this weekend is going to sort of fissure out for everyone wanting to keep track of that stuff is every day there's going to be a different team set up of either varsity players, junior varsity players, or the new players, and they are going to be scrimming against another team of the same caliber. The teams are going to be balanced to the best of our ability. They are going to be anyone from Plat 1 all the way up to Grandmaster, so a little bit of disparity of skill in certain areas, but we shall see how well that bodes out for some of our teams. Today we have some new faces as well as some ones you all who watched last season might recognize that we are going to be having today. On the blue side today, we are going to be having the Laser Lord, Jungle No Mechanics, Kersey, From Me to You, and Castellan. And then on the red side today, going to be varsity extraordinaire Rami Baba, Jimmy Coy, Osomo, Cypress, and Luxana. There are some returning names. I know you are a freshman, and I don't believe you watched any UNC esports last year. But of the people so far on this game, Cypress, Jungle No Mechanics, From Me to You, Castellan, Kersey, Osomo, Luxana, and Rami Baba all played on either varsity or junior varsity last year. The only new people are the Laser Lord, and I believe that's it. Only the Laser Lord. So he is going to be trying his best in order to win a spot on either varsity or junior varsity, and we are into Champ Select. Harsha, what are you looking forward to in this Champ Select? Maybe stuff you've seen in solo queue or just other realms of the game that you were really wanting to see today.
Well, on LEC and LCS, I do see a lot of emphasis placed on enchanters
Okay.
and the Zeri bot lane. I do recognize the Hecarim ban. I think on the Discord that's a pretty popular pick going around right now. So.
Yes, Rami Baba and the gang, knowing that Jungle No Mechanics actually does have mechanics with the Hecarim going 800 million miles per hour, but no one is liking these Shadow Isles champions, Callista, Karthus, and Hecarim,
Yeah.
all banned. I don't know what they have against these ghost people, but the MF is gone as well. That is one that has a lot of wombo combo potential,
Yeah.
especially when you have a 5-man with comms. See what Laser Lord is going to use with this final ban. They do have first pick, so we will
Yep.
see if that priority does go to those enchanters or Zeri or however.
Does seem like a lot of bot side focused bans here, so we might see a first pick ADC or support.
Yeah, the Renata Glass, the last one to be banned away by, I believe their blue team wanted to be named Team Chovy. It was Team Chovy, and then what was the other name of the team? Team
369.
369.
Yep.
Seraphine, the last band to go. So, yeah, you are right with the bot lane focus of these bands. So, could see some Zeri hover, maybe a Yumi pick,
Yep.
Lulu. So definitely very big priority picks. But have to make a decision here soon.
Ooh dear.
Oh
Pretty
my.
strong after their rework, in my opinion. Can be played top or jungle, so it's a flex right here.
Yeah, and I think that's really not a bad first pick. Maybe you could have let it go into the second round of the first phase, but who knows? Maybe Rami or Jimmy Coy are very good at the new reworked Udyr, just like you were
Yep.
saying. Ooh.
Sivir pick did get some slight nerfs, but I think still pretty strong here.
Yeah, Sivir did see a lot of play in the LCS playoffs this past weekend. I believe it was this past weekend.
Hmm.
Berserker showing a good old masterclass on the age-old champion. But speaking of
Oh.
age-old champion, the Zillion gonna
Hmm.
be locked in. That is a pick that I'm a big fan of.
Me too. I love Zillion. Just a Chad support, really. Like,
There is
there's a Twitch hover.
a lot of utility you can use with this Zillion, with the speed ups, with the double
Hmm.
bomb, with the ultimate itself, especially if you get a lot of ability haste. But Caitlyn going to be the ADC locked in, so we're not going to see the Zeri,
Yeah.
despite it being open. Very interesting pick, but just like you were talking about Enchanters, the
Yeah,
Karma are
there's
going to be locked
Karma.
in. Osomo with the last pick of this first set of picks and bans. I wonder if he is going to try and pick a jungle top flex as
Yep.
well. I don't know what he could pick there. Maybe a Sejuani that
Could
has
be
seen some traction.
a bruiser could be good here.
Ooh.
Oh, Orin.
Orin, he's still a pretty strong
There.
champion.
Yeah.
Is going to be a beefcake later in the game, and we cannot forget about those ornaments,
Yeah.
the Orin upgraded items. Ooh, the Darius.
Darius.
So obviously, Team 369 is not thinking that this Udyr is going top. So they're
Hmm.
still wanting to ban out top laners for the Laser Lord. Doesn't want to give him something he's comfortable with. I know
Yeah.
we, in years past, have had some pretty amazing Darius players. Shout out to Samadare, Allen. You know where you are, old club president. But yeah, the Viego going to be the second ban of the second phase. Few seconds left on 369. The Azir ban.
Azir ban.
Interesting. Do you like Azir? Do you think he's a pretty solid pick right now? Or
I think he's pretty solid, although you do need some skill to play him, so don't really see him around my elo, but yeah.
Hey man, everyone has their Shurima shuffle moment at some point in their career.
Yeah.
Whether that is one to be put on the best plays of Reddit or the worst plays of Reddit is up for interpretation. But
Uh-huh.
but
Lulu ban. They might be thinking Zillion's going mid here,
mm,
and yeah, maybe a support pick happens.
yeah, and I like how 369 they are keeping it in secret whether this Zillion is going mid or support. So saving Asomo's potential counter pick for this last pick with Luxana Unana with Cyprus locking in the Kindred. Kindred's going to be interesting. I don't know what the matchup is like between the Udyr and the Kindred with the rework.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. I would assume Udyr wins early, but maybe later on Kindred can put up a fight.
Whenever she does get the Kraken Slayer or
Mhm.
whatever mythic item she does choose, but is going to be a Shen lock in for Team Chovy and the Orianna. So gonna have the ball delivery service put on that Shen, being able to dive into the back line. So
Yep.
very tanky very tanky and safe
Many
composition.
shields too.
Yes, from Team Chovy, not wanting to risk getting picked by anyone on the side of Team 369, but that last pick is going to be ever so crucial.
Yep.
Oh,
Soraka. So both teams were right with the Udyr going jungle and Zillion going mid.
both teams reading the other team's strategy like a book. We have seen Soraka a resurgence of her in professional play. I know in both LCS and LEC has been brought out a little bit as a counter pick to some of these enchanters or some of these engage potential. And I think the Soraka late game with that silence pool is going to make a big difference in
Yeah.
these team fights, not allowing this Orianna to ult, not allowing this Udyr to change stances as often, and especially being able to enable this Ornn because you don't want this Ornn to not be able to recast his ultimate and not
Yeah.
get the full efficiency out of it. But yeah, I think Champ Select does go to the Champ Select Award does go to Team 369 this time around. I think the orange server composition is just a much better composition than the
Mhm.
Shen, Udyr, Oriana, Caitlyn, and
Yeah.
Caitlyn
Karma.
pick yeah, Caitlyn Karma. So,
Mhm.
but yeah, Caitlyn's an interesting one. She's not really super meta right now.
Yeah.
Haven't seen her in many of my games at least. I played her in Ultimate Spellbook the other day, but that's
Yeah. Could be a comfort pick for the player, which
mhm.
is always nice.
Yeah. For me to you, she has definitely had very interesting picks throughout the years. I remember last year she played a lot of Tristana as
Mhm.
well, and Tristana may have been meta at the time she was playing her, or might have just been a comfort pick, which I know. Tristana is a very easy ADC to grasp,
Yeah.
very difficult one to master though. But I believe we are going to hop into a short break before we go into the game. But you guys know what that means. Don't look away from that browser. UNC Esports. We'll be right back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the first game of the League of Legends Varsity/Junior Varsity Tryouts. I am Podslam. Right next to me is my man Harsha. We've got a great game today. I like both of these comps. We were talking about it a little bit before we went to break. Both teams just doing a standard 5-point start. Nothing too too crazy going on. But yeah, what are you? Which lane are you really wanting to focus on this game as the prime subject?
I'm gonna be looking at the Udyr here, I think, because Team Chovy has a lot of resources to actually boost him up in team fights with the Orianna shield, the Karma shield.
Yeah, a lot of ways to enable this Udyr to get into the back line, because I think that's something that both of these comps are really reliant on, is their ADCs.
Yeah.
Is to be able to do that consistent damage. Because I know this Sivir especially is going to do a lot more DPS than this Caitlyn, just based off the nature of her kit. Both junglers are going to be starting topside though, which I think is a very interesting play. Not going to be split, so they will have their first little fights early on by the Scuttle Crab. Goodness. All right. This matchup here in the mid lane I think is going to be a very intriguing one, because neither of these champions really have too much damage going on.
Yeah.
In
Both
the early
area
game
here too.
But it does look like Castellan already getting some big poke damage onto Cypress, as well as Laser Lord onto the side of Rami Baba. Shen is a very aggressive champion, but Asoma getting aggressive with this Zillion pick, making some good damage off. Level 2s are starting to be hit all across the map right there. Got the nice taunt. Laser Lord taunting up Rami Baba. Might try and force a flash out. Rami getting so incredibly low.
Holding the flash though. Doesn't. Looks like bot lane's getting the push here too. Kindred coming in with a gank here. Heal being used, and there's a first blood already.
Yeah,
Can
Castellan
Karma get out of here?
in trouble. I don't know, but the predicted flash is going to be the end of it. Laser Lord trying to get the kill. Laser Lord is going to pick up the kill on Arami Baba, but is a 3-for-1 trade in favor of Team 369.
Yep.
Does look like mid is trying to get their own action going on. Samo shoving in the wave to Kersey. But that was a big influx of gold for Team 369.
Yeah.
Jimmy Coy working on the expert roaming with this Kindred. I believe has better clears than the Udyr. I have not played much of the new Udyr, so I'm not too sure about all of that. We will have to see how well he is able to out-roam this Udyr and get his team some supremacy.
Yeah, and bot lane down 3 sums here. Only Caitlyn having the flash left. Could maybe come in for another gank here soon.
I think it's also interesting to note, I don't believe either of us caught this at the start of the game, but Cypress is running Ghost on Sivir.
Is.
Not running Exhaust, not running Barrier, not running Heal, but Ghost, a very
really confident there with the Ghost.
very offensive build going so far. But speaking of offense,
could die here.
Kersey is in trouble, does get stun locked up, and that is going to be all she wrote, trying to get the return kill. Asomo does pick up the kill onto Kersey. Kersey might have to use his teleport in order to catch this wave, so he doesn't lose too much.
Yeah.
From me to you, taking some poke, dishing the poke right back out though.
So the Sivir here, coming in for a gank.
Yeah, right.
No flash
cutting
on
you
Shen.
off right there. Laser Lord was like, I'm gonna stop you before you go in too in depth about this Sivir. But as you were saying before, we had a potential
Sivir
fight.
has Ghost, has her ult, and the Zillion speed up, so we might see a lot of movement speed here later in the game.
And all they need now is a Rammus, and they're
Yeah.
going 800 million miles an hour down the mid lane. But I don't know if that was an intentional thing or if they were just like, I want to pick the Zillion and the Sivir. Oh, wait, they both have some synergy together. But I know the Zillion's speed up, and more importantly, the speed, like the slow downs that he can do with his E. I think that's a very underrated aspect of Zillion's kit.
Definitely.
Especially in team fights. Oh, does get right there. Cypress might be in some
Get
trouble.
hooked here.
Doesn't have the spell shield, going to get rooted up. That's some big damage for me to you dishing onto Cypress. But Kersey, speaking of big damage, not having fun against this Zillion pick.
Definitely not. Seems like Zillion has just a little bit more damage.
And I think that is because I'm not sure if Kersey started the tier or bought it on his first recall. But does have that now, doesn't have the amplifying tome, but could see another fight down here. Castellan is in a bit of trouble. No heals right there, and that is going to be another kill going over to Team 369.
Yeah, knowing the Karma didn't have the flash up, seeing the play, and oh, they're flashing in here.
Shen ultimate stand united going to keep from me to you alive until the cavalry comes. Shut down gold going over to jungle, no mechanics. And that is some well-needed gold against this Kindred, who was up 2 kills to 0. And most importantly, saving the life of From Me to You.
Yep. Caitlyn doesn't get completely behind there, but still an overall net positive, I think, for Team 369.
Yeah, they do get some turret plates. Actually, don't know if they got the plate there, but they did shove the wave into the turret regardless. So even if they didn't get any plate money, still something right there. But Castellan is in a lot of trouble. The Orn Horn is sounded. This Karma cannot catch a break. Castellan just in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Caught between a ram and a rock.
Caught between the Forge God himself, but Asomo is caught in the Orianna ultimate right there. Not going to kill him, though, and now that Soraka's in the lane, it really doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Just hits W and heals him back up to about half HP. Kersey running really low on mana. Asomo still has a good bit of mana. Uses the slow onto him, but that'd be a stun up. Empowered Q is going to hit on Asomo. The flash tether is going to be negated by Asomo's own flash. So a trade of flashes, but I think if you are Team Chovy, you do take that trade because Zillion not having his flash is very, very important. We could see
a dive here. I think Orn's at too much health for it to do.
Oh, Kersey is in a bit of trouble, getting slowed up there, having to burn the flash. Stellan running for his life, not wanting to go 0-4, but I think that is going to be what happens. So close. Can he get to the blast cone? Does hit it. Doesn't knock him over the wall. The Q is going to slow him down, though. So I was right. Didn't want to go 0-4. Trying to keep that out of the way. But escaping by the skin of their teeth, both Kersey and Castellan. It's like a big wet noodle fight up here in this top lane.
Yeah, it's 2 tanks just hitting each other every now and then.
Both of them have Bomby Cinders with the Negatron cloak and Doran shields. I mean, it's literally both of them are just building the same item, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Dragon being taken down by Team 369 here. No contest.
Cloud Dragon will be good for this Zillion and the Ornn to be able to get their ultimates back a lot quicker. Especially late game when Zillion's ultimate is like level 3 and it's on like a 40 second cooldown. I mean, 40-second GA is
it's pretty strong.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Definitely every team wants that. I know for me to you will want that late game when she's getting dove on by the goon squad of 369. But farm is pretty even all across the board, except for mid lane. A little bit of a lead for Kersey, despite being down 2 kills to the Zillion. Laser Lord It's the dash in, trying to get some damage back. Rami missed the W there. Doesn't get the brittle, surprisingly. I thought he hit that.
Still wins the trade though, so.
Yeah. It's the thought that counts. It's the
Yep.
he tried. He gave it his best effort. From me to you, wanting to stay even with this, but we do see Jimmy Coy hiding around the corner. I don't know if they did spot him, but they might have a ward in that tri-brush. They do spot him now, going to ping him out, not wanting to die under this turret. Does have the ultimate available. For me to you, going to get dove on there. The silence goes down, might not need it. Does use the Lamb's Respite in response, though. The ultimate is going to pop out, but Rami Baba is going to stop Laser Lord's ultimate right there, but is not going to stop Laser Lord's life from being taken. No, he is going to stop, but Laser Lord goes under the turret, takes one turret shot, and that is going to seal his fate. It was a good play by Rami and a good play by Laser Lord not getting out of it, but one misstep is all it takes to give a kill over to this Ornn, who is now 2 kills to 1 kill to this Shen. It's very bloodthirsty game so far.
Yeah, 9 kills in 11 minutes already.
I'm liking it though. I'm here for the action.
Yeah.
Something that I think is a very big part of this action is Jimmy Coy, who has been very proactive moving around the map, especially bot lane, trying to get them ahead, trying to get them fed, especially Cypress on this Sivir, because if you can get Sivir online very early, then it is going to be a very scary day for Team Chovy, who are not sitting in the best position right now. They are down almost 2,000 gold, down a dragon, and could potentially be down another dragon when this one spawns in about 2 minutes. Right there, jungle
being
mechanics.
invaded here.
Getting
Kindred
caught out.
missing the Q. Oh,
Ooh.
it still dies.
Castellan getting the pickup kill onto the back end of it for me to you, trying to get some other kills, but Kurzi and Osomo duking it out in the jungle. Everyone's going everywhere. Udyr trying to get the lockup onto Luxana. Unana, the ultimate back in. Osomo is not going to be killed there. He's trying to do everything he can, but the shutdown goes over to Kurzi. Bot lane fight is still raging on. No one has fallen just yet. The empowered Karma Q is going to hit, but no kills are going to come of it. Laser Lord trying to get some extra damage onto Rami Baba. The Ornn Horn has been sounded. Does flash too early, so Rami is able to get the return knockup, but so incredibly low. No one able to finish off either of them. And fights everywhere.
Yeah, it's like almost a kill a minute here. Rift Herald being summoned. Pretty easy 2 plates here.
Yeah, that is going to be some good gold into the pockets of Kurzi, who, like we were saying, does have a bit of a gold lead now over Osomo. Is up over 30 farm, but down 1 kill. So a little bit in favor of Kurzi, not entirely. Uh-oh, Luxana Unana could be in a bit of trouble. Does stop the recall of Cypress, though. So that is going to be very good for From Me to You, who is already back to lane, able to push this wave in.
And they stopped it again. They might just not be able to recall now.
That could come back to bite From Me to You, though, who was able to get the wave pushed in, but now it is able to be cleared by Cypress. But I guess they will just catch the next one in order to push in the wave. Laser Lord in this top side. Kurzi going to use the ultimate there to bring him back, but might die here to the Zillion Bomb. Doesn't have enough damage.
Shen ult gets stopped by Ornn.
Oh, I didn't even catch that. Did use the Stand United
Yeah.
in order to stay alive, but that's a pretty long cooldown. Level 1 doesn't have any ability haste just yet. I don't think there's ability haste on Bomby Cinder.
I don't think so again.
But mythic items are starting to come online for the bulk of Team 369. We do see the Frostborn Gauntlet, as well as 2 Kraken Slayers for 369. This Shen is going to be in a lot of trouble come these team fights. Jimmy Coy going to flash over and Stone
Karma
in
getting
a
caught.
very interesting place from Meteor having to burn the heal and the flash, and the Lamb's Respite is still available but is not going to be needed. Going to try and get out. Going to have to pop it here. The Wish is going to be used. Jungle No Mechanics trying to get a return kill, but he might be in a very bad position. The Triumph, every bit of heals from a Soraka you could want, and that is a clean 3 for 0 in favor of Team 369.
Dragon is up, and they might get the bot tower here.
Wait, wasn't the last dragon? Oh, it says it's Cloud, but that's not a Cloud dragon.
It's not.
I was very confused. I was like, wasn't the first dragon a Cloud Drake? But it is going to be the Hextech dragon picked up for Team 369, and the command shockwave is going to be used. Kersey could be in a little bit of more trouble. Asomo getting kited. The juke shoes have been purchased by Kersey. But I wonder if he does see Jimmy Coy. He does see Jimmy Coy, who's trying to get in range. The Oran Horn is sounded. Kersey, you are not having a fun time. Ultimate is going to be popped for Jimmy Coy, getting him all that health back just for the fun of it. He didn't have to die there,
Yeah.
but wanted to get some health back. But Team 369 are owning the Rift.
Yeah, I mean, they're up a whole 3.5k gold already.
And they were just trying to steal Jungle No Mechanics red buff right in front of his face. I mean, the disrespect.
How disrespectful. Wow.
Like, this Udyr is not sitting too pretty in reference to this Kindred, who is 4-2-3. The 1-1-1 scoreline. No one is giving you any extra points for having all the same number this time around.
Yep.
Mythic items are starting to come online for Team Chovy, though. Does have the Ludens and then the Gale Force for From Me to You. Trying to get back into this game, but I think if they do let this Mountain Dragon go over to Team 369, it really puts them in an interesting place.
Yeah, puts them at soul point, then they kind of have to.
Uh-oh. From Me to You just getting soloed. But on the other side of the map, Kersey is fighting everywhere. Oh, no. Just stops it right at the very end, having to flash, and he's still going to get out. He doesn't die there. Oh, Kersey is so he's fuming at the fact that he didn't get that kill there.
Yeah, got the flash at least. Pretty valuable for the Zillion.
Is a good cooldown to burn for the time being. But Team 369 posturing towards this top side, wanting to knock down this top turret. The Herald, I believe, was just picked up, or was just picked up by Jimmy Coy, Jungle No Mechanics.
Popping the ghost here.
He burned the teleport out of Rami Baba, so I think that is very, very good for them, especially because this dragon does spawn in a little bit under 230, so that is not going to be up for this dragon fight, so they might use that to their advantage. But we have seen Rami Baba cancel the Laser Lord's Stand United recently, but the Oran Horn has been sounded, going to knock up Karma. Goodbye. Cypress on a killing spree. Is going to be another kill. Jimmy Coy on a killing spree as well. Kersey could be in trouble. Walked too close to the sun, and by that meaning the wall, but a huge shockwave going to be completely negated by the Soraka Wish. No one else is going to fall, but Kersey, so incredibly low, has to take a recall here. And Team 369, I mean, they just have full access to the jungle of Team Chovy, be able to put wards, be able to put any type of jungle camps in their pockets, and just owning anything and everything. Dragon spawns in a little bit under a minute 30. Going to be a necessary thing for both teams, because if you are Team Chovy, you do not want to give that soul point over to Team 369. Kindred does have 5 marks so far. Laser Lord trying to pick up a mark of his own onto Rami Baba. This Kindred, the stacking is going to become a problem if Team Chovy is not careful.
Definitely. And with Oran TP still down,
Oh, Kersey. No.
Just in time for the dragon.
Unfortunate death timing for Kersey. He does have teleport though, so he
Yes.
will actually be up and able to TP in by the
Yep.
time the dragon spawns. Whether or not they are wanting to fight is another question. On the other side of the map, Laser Lord doesn't have the Stand United, but he does have the teleport. Rami Baba has the teleport up in a few minutes, so not ready at the moment. But both teams posturing towards this top side. Castellan is in a lot of trouble. Just doesn't like this Kindred just getting run down by Jimmy Coy. The Ornhorn going to knock up 2. Rami could be in trouble, but from me to you is in even more trouble. A double kill going over to Kindred. Cypress going on a rampage. Jungle No Mechanics running away for his Udyr life, throwing up the Dab Pengu before he runs away. But Rami Baba wanting to get the kill. It's 2 tanks fighting it out with a Soraka there, yet no one is going to die. At that
they go
point.
for Baron here.
Ooh. The 20-minute Baron, 21-minute Baron, more precisely. Kersey getting run down by the assassin marksman Ornn, and Soraka going to heal up all the damage. Jungle No Mechanics is about to have no life either. Kersey so low. Does have no more ultimate to be able to pop there. Kersey going to get knocked up. Rami taking all of his health bar away. The Stand United is going to pop. The ultimate coming from downtown, but the Kindred Lamb's Respite going to keep it alive. Does get taunted up there. Could be the death of a lifetime for him. Shutdown goes over to the Karma of all people. That is the last person you want this gold to go to. You know, I'm no league scientist, but I think you want that gold to go to someone like Kersey, or from me to you, someone who can actually use that damage properly. Now, because of all that topside focus, Team 369 on the dragon.
It is a 5v4 currently, so they could try and go for this.
Looks like they are. It does going to be the Australia's battle song going to be popped. Going to try to steal the dragon. The smite is going to miss, but it's not going to matter. Red team going to secure the dragon. Laser Lord trying to lock him up. Jungle No Mechanics is here, but Rami has arrived. The Ornhorn call the Forge God. It is just utter domination from Team 369. Castellan trying to get out. Laser Lord trying to get out. Believe they know where he's going. The pings in the jungle. He's going to have to try and execute, but I think it is too late. Speed up. Jimmy Coy is going to hit the Q. Laser Lord, I'm sorry, my friend. No health bars allowed around here. This mid lane push, don't really know what you're going to do against it.
Yeah, it does seem like the game might just be over here, although they are sort of low.
No minions to be able to take the defenses off. Hope they have minions now. Oh, Castellan, what are you doing?
Gets
Getting
caught
too
out.
close. He's dead here. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, the Zillion has a little too much damage, and Asomo, even if he does get caught up here, is not going to die. Has the Soraka, has his own ultimate, and you should learn by now, Team Chovy, that is not how you pick off. Oh, Ace in the Hole is not going to kill anyone there. Jimmy Coy wants to get another kill. The Shockwave is going to pick him off, though. Doesn't have time to use the Lamb's Respite when you are knocked up. Shutdown gold going over to Kersey. So that could be very useful for Team Chovy. But at this point, you are down 12,000 gold, and I believe we do have a replay of this past dragon fight to see what's going on. Harsa, tell me what's going on.
All right, well, they start off here seeing it's a 5v4 trying to go in. They're able to stall till Romy comes in, and then after that, it's just Ornn doing Ornn things, knocking up a couple people here. And yeah, they just clean up after that.
Yeah, the Call of the Forge God did very good work in that team fight. And we will have to see if Team Chovy have any way of making a counterattack onto Team 369. Laser Lord trying to fight the Zillion. Neither of them really do too much to the other, but Jungle No Mechanics is in a bit of trouble. The Stand United is going to be popped. They might try and force the 4v5 here. Teleport is coming in, but there's a lot of damage. Jungle No Mechanics getting bursted down the other side of it. Asomo getting taken low. Jungle No Mechanics is going to fall. Laser Lord is going to fall, and Rami is saving Asomo's life by being a big beefcake who doesn't want to die. Castellan is on the run. The rest of the squishies for Team Chovy trying to get out. The flash knockup is going to hit Kersey. Kersey is going to fall right there. Jimmy Coy carrying this team. Oh my goodness, Cypress with the crit right there. The marksman for Team 369 putting the team in their backpack and are going to secure the win without too much of a fight. Going to pad their stats a little bit. Ooh, the good double bomb onto Jungle No Mechanics doesn't actually kill him, but the pick in the fountain getting the last stack over, and that is Team 369 winning this game with a 15,000 gold lead.
Seems like a pretty dominant win here.
Yeah, 15,000 gold lead at 25 minutes is
it's all right.
That's a little bit good. That is pretty all right. Rami Baba, Jimmy Koya, Soma, Cypress, and Luxana just running the show, not really giving any opportunity for Team Chovy to make a comeback, not giving them any opportunity to really do anything.
Yeah, they were in the lead from the start, and they just carried that momentum over to winning the game.
Yeah, and I think it all goes down to that first play that we saw on the bot side where Castellan and Fermidi got dove by Jimmy Coy. Jimmy Coy, I think he finished the game with like 14 kills.
Yeah.
Just absolutely shredded Team Chovy. I think Cypress had 9-0 and something. Have these stats going on right here. If we could go to the graphs, I want to see total damage. Oh, that is beautiful. Thank you. League client is definitely amazing. Nothing wrong. As Riot's a small indie company.
Oh, and there goes the stats too.
Nope. We wish we had stats for you, but we sadly do not. Thank you, Riot, for all of that. But yeah, I know Cypress did not die once. Luxana did not die once. I think Luxana finished the game with like 0-0 and 20 or something like that. The Soraka pick doing wonders for Team 369.
Yeah, I mean, just a pretty dominant showing. Like, they might have to make some different preparation for the next game. Maybe ban the Kindred or the Soraka.
Yeah, we will have to see what preparations Team Chovy do make. Just like you're saying, that Soraka, the Kindred, the Zillion as well could be an issue. But all of those, we'll have to see what they weigh, if they weigh the bans they had in Game 1, or if they decide we can give up some of those first bans in favor of banning the Zillion, the Kindred, or the Soraka. But we will have to see about that whenever we head into Game 2. We are going to hop into a short break, so don't turn off that browser. UNC Esports will be right back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the League of Legends Varsity and Junior Varsity Tryouts. I am Podslim, got my man
Harsha here.
There it is, and we've got an exciting game 2 coming at you, Team Chovy. And it is now not Team 369, but we have been informed it is Team Jimmy John's.
Yeah.
So they did opt to switch sides, so Team Jimmy John's is going to be on the blue side, Team Chovy on the red side. And we see the respect to the Zillion
Yeah,
coming
there
out
we go.
immediately. But there is some respect to this Udyr pick, so they did not want Jungle No Mechanics to get that champion once again. Obviously thought it was enough of a threat in last game.
Yeah, definitely.
Have to see if they do ban some other champions. Oh, are going to stick to that Callista ban. We will have to see if Rami and the gang ban out this Hecarim as well, because we did see that was a ban in game 1 for them. I believe it was Hecarim, Seraphine, and
Azir?
Azir. That's
Yeah.
yes, you are exactly right. It was Azir. And then the bans for the first game for Team Chovy were Callista. It don't matter. We're in game 2. I don't get paid to remember things. I don't get paid at all.
No Hecarim ban.
Yes. So,
Never mind. There is a Hecarim ban.
okay. So I'm beginning to see a trend here. The reason Hecarim was banned on red side both times is because neither side wanted that first pick of the Hecarim to go over to blue side. But because of the Zillion ban, the Karthus was left open. So Karthus is being hovered and is probably going to be locked in for the side of Team Jimmy John's. And that is another flex pick. Could go jungle, but it is actually going to be the Seraphine locked in, which is another flex
ban.
pick. Could go mid or could go support.
And it was another thing that was banned out last game. So,
yeah, and it's ironic. It was banned by the red team this time around. So Team 369 back then were the ones to ban the Seraphine, but they themselves were actually the ones who wanted to play it. Probably going to give that to Luxana Unana. I know he is a big fan of the Enchanter supports, but Laserlord going to lock in Jhin for the side of Team Chovy, which I think is very interesting. The blind pick Jhin.
yeah, I'm not sure about that one. I mean, I guess they do see the Seraphine. I don't know.
But that could, like we're saying, that could go mid.
Yeah, it could.
So they might have shot themselves in the foot there. But Jungle No Mechanics is going to lock in a somewhat mechanical jungle champion with J4. And, oh, goodness. Not the Bel'Veth. Not Bel'Veth. You know, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not a big fan of Bel'Veth, so
Me
I'm glad
neither.
they are hovering.
Oh.
No,
Unless-
go back to the Karthus. No, don't do it.
Haha.
Bel'Veth is locked in. The most recent champion. No, Nyla is. Or Neela. Second most recent champion. I don't think we will see much Neela. Nyla. I don't know how you say it. I'm going to say Neela because that's how I hear casters say it. So I doubt we're going to see much of her, but the Aatrox. Yeah.
Pretty solid champion. Doesn't have too many losing matchups, so I think it's a pretty solid blind pick here.
Ooh, and the Amumu and the Yuumi both being hovered by Team Chovy. I like the Amumu pick here a lot better than the Yuumi pick. Does provide a lot better engage, but the Darius could be locked in as well. Just going to match the same champions. Oh, the Teemo at the last second. I thought we were about to have a much more fun match with the Teemo locked in, but Laserlord wanting to get comfortable with this Darius pick into the Aatrox. Don't believe Aatrox wins that. At least not early
I'm not
on.
sure, yeah.
Well, actually, maybe early on. Once this Darius gets items and gets super tanky, his bleed damage is going to be a lot harder to counter because he will be so much harder to kill. But Sivir going to be banned away from Cypress. We were talking about that if we thought that was going to be banned out. But have to see what Team Jimmy John's going to respond with. And the Amumu. So Kersey kind of shooting himself in the foot there by hovering that, revealing his hand. before it was before they were going to pick it. But still some viable options. I wonder if Jimmy John's will just ban the Yumi outright and just completely ban support tier. Azir, a repeat ban for the red side this time around. And we will have to see if the support or the mid lane are going to be left for this last counter pick. You would assume it would be Kersey and his mid lane pick. Oriana. Okay. Yeah, did not want to have the ball delivery service with the J4 going in for the dunk and then getting another dunk with the Oriana, then another dunk with Kersey.
Yeah.
Any other dunks that I'm forgetting? I'm not sure. I don't believe Jin is able to do a dunk on this patch, maybe. But for me to you, going to have to select for her team something quick, and the Nautilus. Don't know if that was what they wanted. It seems like a very hasty pick there.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, Yumi was open, and they did hover that before, so.
And I honestly don't think Yumi is a bad pick
Yeah.
with this current team so far. The Darius and the J4, great champions in order to hop on and then provide them healing and movement speed and be able to get to the back line. But Cypress going to lock in the Victor from the hit Netflix series Arcane. Going to be a big pick here. Now if we can see a Jinx, that'd be even better. Man, if one of these teams plays a full Arcane comp, I will personally give them all $5. You heard that here first. So depending on how Jimmy Johns plays this game, if you guys manage to get a full Arcane comp, I'll Venmo you all of you $5.
Oh,
Ooh.
Kench.
This game just got 10 times better, Harsha.
I love Kench. It's such a cool champion.
I'm a big fan of old Kench. I miss having the Devour on the W, being a more centralized part of your kit, but Castellan going to hover this Echo. That could be a very interesting pick. See, we could have had full Arcane if you
just pick Jinx. Like, come on.
Just pick Jinx forehead. Very simple, but it is actually going to be Cypress on the Seraphine. So more ways to swap this pick around than we even had anticipated.
Yeah.
Thought it was going to go mid or support, but if you are a big fan of UNC League of Legends, you remember last year, Luxana. Oh, Camo Henry's device has been shreked, so we will have to figure out how we are going to make that work. But anyways, like I was saying, if you are a fan of the UNC League of Legends, you will know Luxana Unana is a big player of this Tom Kench. He does play a lot of enchanters, but if he does go for a tanky support, it is normally the Kench. The rework to the Devour makes it a little bit different because not able to save your ADC as much, or in this scenario, the Seraphine. But I don't think that is going to matter too much. Both compositions are very run at you, I'm going to kill you, or try and knock you up and provide the Wombo combo, especially with the J4, the Darius, the Jin firing shots from the back line. Team Chovy, I like the comp from Team Chovy this time around. I think it is going to put up a good fight against Team Jimmy Johns.
Yeah, the comp seemed pretty balanced to me here. Like, a lot of beefy characters on both sides. Darius, Aatrox, Kench, J4 even. Yeah.
Yeah,
and it's going to be an interesting one.
And the Belveth, I think, is going to be an interesting thing in this game, because I don't know much about it. I don't know how much you know about it. More or less gives me the nod. So we will have to see how well Jimmy Coy is able to play. If he's able to play it as well as his Kindred in last game, then it will make all of the difference. But I think we are going to head into a quick break while we get rid of that nasty spectator delay. So don't look away from that browser. We will be right back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. As we arrive on a black screen, everyone turned out the lights on the Rift, and here we are. Not going to matter. Game 2 of Jimmy John's versus Team Chovy. Jimmy John's with the 1-0 scoreline up against Team Chovy. And there are a lot of on-the-way pings to this bot lane, a lot of pings all together.
Okay.
I wonder if they're going bot.
They might be. I'm not sure.
As we see, J4 forgot to buy items, by the way.
Velvet taking Ghost here.
Ooh. No flash, but they are ready for the counter. Could potentially be a scrap right about here. But again, Jungle No Mechanics not buying items. I think that is going to hurt them early on. Are roaming around. Will the recall go off before anyone is discovered? Very, very close. The missing ping in the bush, so I think they know that they are there. But nope, Jungle No Mechanics does end up actually buying items. Turns out you need items in order to play this game, believe it or not.
They are pretty important.
Speaking of items, from me to you, rocking with the paper bags on her feet instead of the Doran's Shield or Longsword start that we typically see. I guess thinking that they won't need too much damage against Cypress and Luxana, who are playing not too high DPS of characters. I know Tom Kench can get deceptively high in his damage output if you are not careful, especially with that Tongue Lash third stack hit onto a unsuspecting ADC.
Could just want the movement speed to dodge some of the skill shots too. So
yeah. That's a good take right there, but Laser Lord and Rami getting right into it. That's some good bleed stacks. Those are going to add up over time if you are not careful. They do some true damage, so no way you can really get around that except by buying health. Both junglers starting on opposite sides of the map, so they aren't going to be fighting over any scuttle crabs this time around. Level 2 has been hit. The dive into onto it. The stop right there. Castellan is a little bit of trouble. Does use the dredge line in order to get to the wall away from Luxana, but a good little burst of damage from the side of Jimmy John's.
Yeah, and they get the push here. Velvet probably loses to J4 early on.
Yes, this J4 did opt for the lethal tempo as well, so has a bit more dueling potential early on. Jimmy Coy going with the Conqueror. And the Conqueror is going to be a very difficult thing for him to proc because on ranged it takes 12 auto attacks in order for it to proc instead of 6 with a melee champion. So we will have to see how well he's able to utilize that. I know Belveth can go crazy fast with her auto attacks, so it might not matter in the grand scheme of things, but no jungler is going to find too much action early on. Kersey trying to stop this wave from all dying and losing all of it. Missed another one. Missed another one. He missed that one. He missed that one.
Having a pretty hard time versus the ranged laner here.
This is a preview for Arcane Season 2. This is how it's gonna go down. But what might be going down here top, Rami, I think he knows what's up. Does know that there is a J4 hiding in the brush. Asomo could be in a bit of trouble. Does hit the stun, but the Victor does plop the gravity field on top of himself, knows that will push the Echo's ideas of wanting to engage away. Laser Lord going for a bit of damage, though. Does get the slow off with the W. Misses the third Q3. Does get pulled back. That is a 5th stack. Almost hits the Q right there. He gets some big healing and burst of damage.
Taking a ton of minion damage, though, and loses a bit of CS. I don't know if that was worth it.
We will have to see how well he's able to press that lead. Both pots have been used for both top laners, so neither one is able to have any more sustain. We're going to hit from me to you. Safe, though. Do see both junglers coming towards this top side, though. Could see a 2v2 skirmish going on. Laser Lord trying to get some early damage. The slow Jungle No Mechanics going to be hit by the Aatrox W, but it's not going to matter. Laser Lord going to be the first one to fall. First blood going over to Belveth.
Jimmy Coy getting first blood once again here. Can he turn it into the same lead that he did last game?
I think the big game changer for why that gank worked so well is Jimmy Koi was able to get a back off. Jungle No Mechanics still has his refillable pot and the jungle item, whereas Jimmy Koi had an entire pickaxe.
Yeah.
So I do believe that made quite the difference. Plus, Laser Lord, I don't know why he didn't flash there. He still had it up. I guess just thought that Jimmy Koi was going to kill him anyways, so there wasn't any need to waste it. So it does still have that up. Rami Baba still has his up as well.
No TP on Darius. He had to walk all the way back there.
And look at this item disparity for this top lane. The whip for Rami Baba as opposed to a leather shirt and some booties.
Yeah.
Not really going to do too much. Kersey trying to get some return damage onto Asomo before taking that recall. Some interesting starting items for Kersey as well. Take a look at that. Does have the Corrupting Pot and the Dark Seal.
That is, I guess he just wants the regen for the ranged matchup.
He wants all of the smoke that Asomo can bring with, especially if he can get a lead, if he can able to maybe get a kill onto Asomo in order to assert his arcane dominance, then that will make all of the difference. But speaking of dominance, Laser Lord
Darius is not having a fun time here. Losing a lot of CS and experience.
Rami playing the matchup very well, and oh no, Jimmy Koi smiting away the Scuttle Crab. You hate to see it.
You do hate to see it.
Can we get an F in the chat for that Scuttle Crab? I will put one in there myself. There we go. I started the first one. If no one else does it, I'm going to be very, very sad. But Asomo does take a shirt shot there. Gravity Well is not going to stop Kersey. Kersey still has the ultimate, but he doesn't pop it. The flash from Castellan. Ignite is going to be ticking down, but the shield is going to prevail. And a bit of a misplay there.
That has got to feel really bad for the Echo.
Looking like Jensen in, I believe it was the 2018 LCS Finals, not wanting to press his R button. Right there, Laser Lord is in a lot of trouble.
Here.
Yeah, Aatrox's ultimate has been popped, but Bel'Veth on the other side in the mid lane trying to do her best to kill Jungle No Mechanics, who only has 2 Ruby Crystals to his name. Kersey pops the W, but the Ghost has been popped, and the Flash, I don't know where you're trying to go. Under the turret, took 1 turret shot. The slow is not going to be there. The ultimate for Kersey is still up, does use it, kills all of the minions, hits the Flash onto the Q, but Directed Cam takes us top lane. Laser Lord trying to get back with the Flash. Rami Baba going to pick up the kill onto Laser Lord. Kersey could be in a bit of trouble. Does not get the kill. The reset. Jimmy Koi 3-0 on this Bel'Veth. Harsha, this game is looking like a repeat of last game.
Yeah, Jimmy Koi here again with a massive gold lead. Up 10, is that 15 CS and 3 kills.
Whew. Yeah, Kersey is not having the best of times in the past about 3 minutes. Missed the potential kill onto Asomo, missed the potential kill onto Jimmy Koi, and not only that, but he's missing most of this CS. But Jungle No Mechanics is going to get the Demacia onto the top of Asomo. Gravity Well is going to stock him up, but the Echo is here. The Cavalry has arrived, going to give the kill over to Kersey. So he's a little bit happier now.
Yeah, a little bit. This top lane matchup, it's not really going that well. Aatrox could just freeze here if he felt like it.
We will have to see if he does take your advice with freezing, but I don't know how any level of freezing is going to help Cypress right here. Doesn't have any backup, has a little bit of mana, but the backup has arrived right now. The ultimate is going to be popped, but it doesn't matter when you just get charmed right back into everyone. Jimmy Koi
for Jimmy Koi
on a rampage, man.
Yeah.
4-0, and he doesn't even have to buy boots. He went magical footwear. The man, that's gold efficiency.
He knows, yeah. He knows that he'll be ahead here.
That is passive income, Harsha. That is crazy. If you are not running magical boots, then what are you doing with your life? I'm just kidding. I don't really run magical boots that often. But Jimmy John's going to pick up this first Mountain Dragon. We saw a Mountain Rift last game, so not going to be the case this time around. The game is bugged, telling us there's another Mountain Drake, so that means there's a Hextech Dragon this time around. Still haven't gotten that bug fixed, man. I'm telling you, small indie company. They don't know what to do.
They really need more money. Come on.
Riot is just so poor. They don't know what to do. But you know who isn't poor? Rami Baba
And
on
there's
this
the
Aatrox.
freeze coming in. Not a fun time for the Darius up there. Oh,
Ooh, not a fun time for Kurzi either here. Having to pop the ultimate early does going to get the passive off. Walks back into his ultimate, or not ultimate, but W to get the shield. Is going to stay alive by the skin of his teeth. If he had gone down there, that would have been a lot of gold going into the pockets of Jimmy Johns. But Jimmy Coy wanting to get more gold into his. The Ghost has been popped. The Smite was traded for Jungle No Mechanics, but he does get knocked up there. Not going to matter. Belveth just hits you with 200 years of game development experience. Going to fall right there. Cypress and for me to you duking it out. Neither of them having as exciting of a match as the rest of the team.
yep. The Seraphine just farming up for a late game, and then those shields come down, and I think Velvet just becomes unkillable eventually.
Yeah, I remember I was playing a ranked game a little while ago where Belveth just got unstoppable, but Luxana trying to get out there, does get hit by the dredge line. Has
W's
flash.
to the wrong side of the map.
Has flash though. Will he burn it? Oh!
Aw, the E follows him over the wall.
Uses it a little bit too late. Laserlord is in trouble here. Does get pulled back from the Aatrox, but Directed Cam wanted us to see for me to you kill a control ward. Yes, sir! Let's
Jin
go.
killing a control ward. You don't see that every day.
And this 1, 2, 3, then it just gets taken by your support. Give your wards to your supports, folks. This is a PSA for everyone. Kurzi trying to get back into this game. I believe he actually has a small gold lead against Asomo. Not down too far in the CS, does have 1 kill advantage, but the morale is definitely in favor of Asomo so far.
Jimmy Coy has a Borg already.
That's gotta hurt if you are Jungle No Mechanics or Laserlord, because your health bar is just shredded in a matter of seconds. But it is going to look like a bot lane focus. Similar to last game, the Rift Herald is going to be popped, and they might be able to get... oh, never mind. Asomo going to be in a bit of trouble. Kurzi going to pop the ultimate, and it's not going to matter. My friend, you might just be getting dunked here. Laserlord with the dunk onto Asomo. Well-needed kill in his pocket. But if you look...
Leaving Aatrox to free farm here.
Yes. It's just about to... sort of talk about that. Aatrox getting a lot of plate gold.
Yeah, no TP on Darius here, so could take 2 or 3 plates for free.
Yeah, and especially with these plates running out very soon, that those plates could look like the turret itself.
Yeah.
So a kill, first turret. You know, Harsh, I'm not very good at math, but I don't think that's really equal trade right there.
Yeah, the Aatrox is definitely going to be a big problem later on. We're way ahead of the Darius here, up 34, 30 farm. And almost a whole turret.
Like I said, the morale is definitely in favor of Team Jimmy Johns. I think they are, they're just sort of vibing this game, especially Jimmy Coy. Off a very good Kindred game, hopping into a Belveth game, but Asomo, he is not having a very fun time right now. The Gravity Well does stop both Kurzi and Jungle No Mechanics, but it's not going to matter. You can't dodge a auto attack. Kurzi going to pick up his 3rd kill on this Echo. This Dark Seal getting some value.
Yeah, maybe he upgrades it. Oh.
Laserlord is in a bit of trouble. Yeah, what are you going to do when you encounter a space monster, a mythical being, and a big catfish? I mean, not really much you can do in that circumstance.
Echo does get the tower here. Now comfortably ahead of his opponent.
Might cost him his life if, thought Luxana was going to throw the tongue lash out. Jungle No Mechanics was trying to get some counter jungling out, but scared away once again by the monstrous catfish. I would be scared of that thing as well. He's running lucidity boots. I'd definitely be scared of that thing. Team Chovy trying to pick up this dragon though, not wanting to get all of the dragons. Seraphine ult hits no one, but it's not going to matter too well. Dragon does go over to Jimmy John's. Very sad if you are rooting for Team Chovy this time around. Inferno Rift is going to be the name of the game this time around, and if you're Team Chovy,
Victor
that's
with
scary.
Infernal, yeah.
That's a little bit of a spook fest, especially because you don't really have many ways to proc it, but they have plenty of ways to proc it.
Victor, Seraphine, even Kench with his tongue lash.
Dude, Kench becomes even more like Kench will be able to 1v1 anyone if he has the Infernal Soul. I believe he's working towards a locket of the Iron Solari right now, though. I mean, who knows? Maybe he does go for the Iceborne Gauntlet, more of a offensive build. Typically, that's more of a solo Kench build, but who knows? Maybe Luxana's feeling spicy. Looks like Laser Lord might just be giving up this turret. Doesn't have the teleport, and Rami should just be able to push in this wave. Yeah, be an easy bit of gold for him. First turret of the game, actually second turret of the game, excuse me. We did see Kersey pick up the first turret honors himself.
Jimmy Koi just doesn't care. Just goes and takes J4's entire jungle.
I mean, what's J4 going to do, man?
Yeah.
Like, hey, can you not take my red buff? Oh, okay, I'm sorry. He's building a bomb. So I don't know the Belveth build.
Me neither. I'm not sure about the Cinder, though.
You know what? We are getting told that you go Bork into Sunfire. I'm looking up a build right now. That is why we have technology. This one is telling me Kraken Slayer, Nick. I think you're just wrong. I'm not. Oh, you went Iceborne. Okay. Our questions are answered. We don't know anything, by the way.
I'm sure he knows better than us what to build.
Nah. Two gold players, man. We know everything about the. Oh my gosh, red buff. That thing is very spooky, and Team Chovy doesn't really have many ways to lock it down. I mean, they have the J4 ult and the Nautilus ult for, I guess, guaranteed CCs, but not really going to do much.
Has 4 dashes, so.
Yeah, not really going to matter 4 dashes if you just get knocked up. Sadly, Rami trying to get some more kills. The curtain call has been opened up.
It's tickling them.
Yeah, not really doing too much. Castellan is in a bit of trouble. Jimmy Koi dominating. Kersey in a bit of trouble himself. Going to have to try and dash over the wall. Don't really know. The nice flash over the big wall going to keep him alive. Only 1 kill going over to Team Jimmy John's, but Kersey might make me eat my words there by getting, ooh, that Aatrox hurts.
Yeah. He is the highest CS, no, never mind. Well, the highest CS on his team, almost. Okay, I just said so many lies in that sentence.
Cypress doesn't exist. He is the highest CS Aatrox in this game.
Yeah.
He's the only Aatrox with more than 150 farm in this game.
Yeah.
Which is a little bit lower than the average. But blue team going to summon the Rift Herald on the bot side in order to pick up this tier 2 turret. And they are going to go more with this. I don't really see Team Chovy really doing anything to stop it.
Yeah, they do have a pretty rough. Oh, Jimmy Koi just going in.
Kersey trying to go in there. Doesn't have the ultimate in the right place. Just yes, does pop the ultimate, but it is going to just lead to his demise. Yep, is going to be the death of him. But Cypress going to try and get some more value out of him. The reset's coming out. Jimmy Koi is godlike. Cypress having to flash away from the turret shots. The base is broken, Harsha.
Yeah.
We could see.
Is this game?
I don't believe it is,
Velvet
but I.
minions do.
Oof. Do you go for more or do you just back off? Yeah, I think you do back off here, not wanting to potentially make a misplay and give gold over to Team Chovy. The Dragon's up in 30 seconds. That is the safe retreat and take that right there. Because, I mean, Team Chovy can't really contest about all of this.
I guess that's why you build Iceborne. He just did not take damage that fight.
Yeah,
He's full health still.
He obviously knows something. Oh, no. Oh, wait, why didn't he stop? I think he was in the shop.
Yeah.
Oh, the ultimate does pop out. Kersey had to use the teleport to get back in. Luxana is going to be pulled back into the W, but it's going to be from me to you, picking up the kill onto Cypress, and a double kill going over to this Jhin. Kersey trying to get the slow off. Still has the ultimate if he needs it. The rest of the gang has arrived. Jimmy Coy going to dash in, but Kersey being able to hop right back out. Jungle No Mechanics is getting shredded by Rami and the gang. Big stuns come out, but it doesn't matter when you're up against Belveth, who was 7-0 and is now 8-0 and is looking for more kills. Harsha, they are not done. Double kill going over to Asomo, living by the skin of his teeth. So low. Everyone's so low. Belveth is taking the Infernal Dragon. Harsha, what's going on, man?
Jimmy Coy is he's legendary again. It's the second game in a row. They just could not fight that with all the 3 damage dealers right there.
Jimmy Coy making this show all about him. Might as well call him Jimmy Fallon at this point, having everything that he could want and more. 8-0-4. That all rhymed. I should go into the rap industry. But Jimmy Coy going to hop back out to his base. Actually not going to recall just yet, going to take more of his farm. I believe we are going to hop into a replay. Harsha, I want you to run me through this one.
Sure. So yeah, they're backing up here. Jimmy Coy probably in the shop there. Did not stop his recall. They find the 2 picks right here. Romy tries to save them. Is not able to, unfortunately, so he backs away. Now they do see that 2 of them are down, so this is a 3v4, although Echo's caught out here. Still a 3v4, but they just don't expect this much damage coming out. Couple stuns go off, and yeah, that's just all she wrote.
I think that is the level of respect that Team Chovy is showing towards this Belveth. And that level of respect being none.
Yeah.
They do not respect how much damage he can do at this point. And Kersey almost not respecting the amount of damage that Asomo can do on this Victor, having to pop the ultimate to stay alive there. Asomo definitely would have liked to get a kill on his lane counterpart. For me to you, not having a very fun game this time around, but Rami trying to get some more kills onto this Nautilus, and Castellan is in a lot of trouble. Does pop the Locket, the Charm going to go onto For Me to You. Asomo on a killing spree, Rami on a rampage, and Belveth, she's doing Belveth things. Jimmy Coy, legendary. And Harsha, that might be the game. They could end through bot, going to take mid just to add insult to injury. Inhibitor for bot
spawning
gone.
minions here too, so
that's going to be a great way in order to push this turret. No bot lane up, no jungle up. It is Laser Lord and Kersey versus the world. They might just save their KDAs. Kersey not going to go in there. Cypress getting another kill onto Laser Lord. Castellan trying to just hook the catfish, trying to get something going. But it looks going to be the last fight of the game. Kersey going in, using the ultimate very early. Rami is unstoppable. Belveth getting the reset. So much damage, so much CC. The TP onto a ward or a minion. Not going to save you. Team Jimmy Johns, 2-0 in these past 2 games. Team Chovy just in shambles.
yeah, just a clean showing here. Like, they were, again, in the lead the entire time.
Yeah, never took their foot off of the gas pedal, just going all the way, and I think it really made a difference. Jimmy Coy on this Belveth, we were both pretty skeptical of it. Granted, I personally haven't seen a lot of Belveth. Did look extremely good in this game, and we all thought, okay, maybe go the Kraken Slayer build, maybe do something with a lot more AD centered. did go the Frostfire Gauntlet, which we were confused about, but obviously he knows something that we don't.
Obviously.
Definitely playing that very well. 2 stellar games by him so far, and Team Chovy, like,
Just yeah, I mean they lost every single lane this time and they just couldn't do anything.
yeah, Kersey tried to get something going mid lane with a few
Mhm.
kills of his own, but it was too little, too late, not able to help the team efficiently. We've got one more game here tonight. It is not a best of 3, but just 3 games in total. So we are going to go to a short break to have the final game of Team Jimmy Johns versus Team Chovy. Can Team Chovy get a win, or is it going to be a clean sweep from Team Jimmy Johns? Well, the only way to find out is to stay tuned. Don't look away from that browser. UNC Esports will be right back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We've got Game 3 of Team Chovy, which is now on the blue side. And once again, Team 369 into Team Jimmy Johns is now Team Michael Johns. They just keep, for every win, they change their name. I guess that's how it works. We'll have to see if they change their name another time after this game, or if Team Chovy will be able to pick up a win for themselves. What do you want to see Team Chovy change this time around to potentially try and pick up a win?
I'm not sure. I mean, I feel like the drafts were decent. They just need to play better.
You heard it here first. The analysis: play better, be
Yeah.
a better team, stop doing bad. Udyr and Seraphine going to be the bands for Team Chovy. The Hecarim still a ban. We saw that in all 3 games so far. Both teams that have been on red side have banned the Hecarim, obviously thinking that's a priority pick for the first pick, and the Sivir going to be a priority pick for, I guess, Cypress, who has been playing very, very good. Wait a minute, did they switch teams?
Yeah, did Jimmy Coy switch?
Yeah, they switched teams.
Not a problem.
Yeah, they switched the teams up. Okay, I don't know
Okay.
why they did that, but Cypress is now playing with Castellan, and Kersey switched with Osomo.
And Jimmy or the
No,
Laser Lord.
Yeah, wait. So, okay. Laser Lord and Rami and Jimmy Coy and Jungle Mechanics switched. Huh? Jungle and ADC switched. And mid switched, though. Yes, because Osomo... Yes, because... Alright, Luxana Unana... Kersey was playing with Laser Lord, yes. So that's normal. So jungle, AD, and support. No. Jungle. No, because Cypress didn't play with Castellan. He played with Luxana. Yes, they're not playing on the same team. Okay, I see what you're saying. All right. You guys couldn't hear that, but Nick, me and Nick were having a conversation. Thank you, Nick. Very cool. But yeah, so the jungles and ADCs switched for both of these teams. You know, that could have been figured out a lot quicker than it did. But this is NA production. We love keeping you on your feet. But first picks coming out, going to be Karthus, Diana, Kaisa, and then the Amumu.
I like a Mumu.
Yes, and the Draven. Oh, lock it in.
Okay.
Come on, Cypress. Oh.
Nah, go back.
Yeah, we want some League of Draven. We don't want no Nyla or Neela or Nidalee or any other Nid champion.
Zaya's cool. I can settle for a Zaya.
Oh. Samira? Kaisa? Zaya? Zaya. Hey!
Okay.
We have figured it out. Zaya is going to be just... Okay, Rami is telling us in chat. We saw that. Wait, why are you looking at the stream? He's stream sniping. How dare he? Amumu and Zaya going to be a very strong, very CC heavy bot lane with the feathers and the Janna pick. That's an interesting pick into the Amumu.
Yeah, I mean, out of all enchant, I mean, like Lulu's up, like
Yumi's up. Tom Kench is up. But I think what the mindset of Luxana Unana is this game is try and knock up Castellan whenever he goes in with the bandage toss, with the tornado. But that's the thing, though. Amumu has 2 charges of the bandage toss. Janna does not. Janna does not have 2 tornadoes. So that's going to be a issue for Team Chovy if they are not. Wait, so what team is which? Is Rami Baba's team, are they Michael Johns, or is the team with Jimmy Coy? Rami Baba is Michael Johns. Okay, so red team Michael Johns, blue team Team Chovy. This
No longer Jimmy Johns because they don't have Jimmy.
Oh, no. Okay, so
Ah,
Henry says they are no longer Jimmy Johns because they don't have Jimmy. So that is the reason for the name change. They are just John. They are just Michael John. But some pretty good bands, target bands coming out at Kersey for Team Michael John with the Oriana and the Victor. But target bands for Rami Baba with the Orn and the Gunnar band away from him.
this Diana could still go mid here.
Ooh.
Oh,
I like the Yorick pick. I think there's going to be a interesting duelist for this top lane, depending on who Team Chovy decide to go against it. As we know that Karthus is not going top, so it is going to be interesting to see who they decide to pit up against him. But the mid lane has been the counter pick for all 3 games for this red side, and Alsomo is going to make the difference. And Set, I'm a big fan of
okay.
this pick.
Yeah, Set early on wins pretty hard against Yorick, but then does get outscaled later, so we'll have to see how Romy can survive this lane.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
or it could be
Aurelia.
Aurelia
Ooh.
going top.
I believe it is going to be the Set going top, just because I think Aurelia, you want her to be able to roam a bit more, to be able to get some picks for your team. Plus, I know Kersey is a big fan of Aurelia. He played that a lot last year for our competitive matches with the gang. But Laksana Unana going to have to pick the mid lane for Team Michael John, and it is going to be a Kennen pick.
A wombo combo here.
Is it going to be? Okay, they're trading. Kevin Asomo has been running Lethality Yorick, I am being told. So,
That's
thoughts?
interesting.
I was like, I don't exactly know how well that works, but granted, we didn't know about the Frostfire Gauntlet
Yeah.
Melveth last game, and Jimmy Coy made us eat our words with that. But we will have to see if the change of jungle and ADC in these teams will make a difference. Maybe it's the team with Jimmy Coy and Cypress that win the game, or maybe it is the team with Rami Baba, Asomo, and Luxana. But regardless, Team Jimmy Johns has been showing a stellar masterclass of League of Legends these past few games. Now that they are diffused a little bit, we'll have to see which side makes a bigger impact. But we will have to find that out whenever we hop into the game. We're going to go into a short break to get rid of that nasty spectator delay, but that means you cannot go anywhere, and if you do, I will come and find you and force you to watch the broadcast. So don't look away from that browser. UNC Esports is right back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the final match between Team Chovy and the Michael Johns. Michael Johns up 2-0 in this series. Not really a series so far. It's just been a bloodbath from the side of Team 369 / Team Jimmy Johns / Team Michael Johns. But Team Chovy looking to put a 1 in that win column tonight, not wanting to end the night on 3 losses. But regardless, going to be a good match. The ADC and jungles for both teams have swapped. So we will see if that will make a big difference. But it could be from me to you, who's in a lot of trouble. That is what you get for being AFK. First blood going over to Jimmy Coy, and he's picking up where he left off.
Yeah, we know where this goes usually, but maybe with the team swapped, something can be done about it.
You know, I've seen this episode before. I know what happens. Flashback to the past 2 games. Jimmy Coy, Luxana leaves the game out of frustration. I believe he's back now, but see, that just shows the true mental state of Michael Johns going into this game. How could we win when Karthus already has a kill and starts with a Dark Seal? So he is intending on getting more.
Yeah, really confident with that Dark Seal purchase.
I'm surprised he didn't go boots and didn't do that for the better jungle clearing, being able to move around your camps a little bit faster. And so going to opt for more ganks, I assume, than going for more of the roaming or just going around the map. But still, he does hit that bandage toss, hits the second one. Luxana misses the tornado completely. Already 0-1 on those tornadoes. Not a good thing to start out with. Oh.
Yorick here actually has Ignite instead of Flash.
Ooh. The TP Ignite. And that's very interesting because you normally only see the TP Ignite on champions that have some form of dash or movement ability like Akali or Camille. You don't normally see it on a very immobile champion like this Yorick.
Yeah.
Especially when you are going into Kersey on his signature Irelia.
Yeah, I mean, it feels like a confidence pick, if anything. Like, nah, I don't need Flash to deal with you. Like, or maybe he'll just kill him in lane.
Yeah, I mean, if you assert your dominance that way, then it doesn't really matter. Asomo has all the minions jumping on him. That is doing some nice damage, but he's just going to dash around and get those resets. The bandage toss is going to hit. Stelly trying to get some damage. Castellan on this Amumu. I like the Amumu pick. We were talking about it a little bit in Champ Select, how much proactivity that pick does have, especially with this current comp. Lizard Lord gonna miss the face breaker into his turret, and Kennen is just gonna continue to rough him up with his ranged abilities.
Yeah. Set probably not gonna.
Oh, Jimmy Coy completely misses everything there, but Asomo could get the kill onto Kersey. The flash, jungle no mechanics, doesn't have any mechanics right there, is just going to pay for his sins, going to burn outright the kill, going over to Jimmy Coy, and that is just a very sad misplay from jungle no mechanics, going a little bit too close to the sun right there.
Yeah, took one too many tower shots. Oh, another Dark Harvest there for...
Oof.
Yeah,
Castellan hits the long-range bandage toss, and the exhaust forcing Cypress to back off a little bit, but that does not mean that it was not worth it. Pots having to be used by both of the Michael John bot fingers.
Yeah, and once again, Jimmy Coy, Dark Seal and Dark Harvest already 2-0.
Man likes his dark, edgy persona. He's in that phase, man. He listens to My Chemical Romance. He only has like the little sort of side down the hair down the face where it's only dyed black, even though it doesn't really make a difference when you're playing a video game. But it's the thought that counts. Kersey trying to assert his dominance against the Soma, but the stun comes out on the top side of the map. Laser Lord could be in a bit of trouble right here, trying to pick off Rami Baba. Rami having to flash away the face breaker into the back. Laser Lord going to pick up a kill onto Rami Baba. I think that's the first time we've seen him really get a kill onto Rami
Yeah.
in lane this entire series.
Maybe Jimmy Koi just makes the difference here.
Jimmy Koi, the difference maker, getting a lot of damage onto Jungle No Mechanics. Another Dark Harvest stack in his pocket. Jimmy Koi doing work.
Yeah, I mean, he's everywhere on a Karthus. It's pretty crazy.
Oh, Kersey misses the stun right there, and it could mean his demise. Does use the dashes to get out. Asoma, no flash. Oh, doesn't matter when you just get bonked. Laser Lord, big haymaker damage. Jimmy Koi is in a lot of trouble. A lot of minions, a lot of damage, but it could be advantageous for them. The shutdown goes over to Rami Baba. Laser Lord does get the return kill onto No Mechanics, but Jimmy Koi going to pick up the kill onto Rami as well. So 2-for-1 trade. Rami has no TP. Turret plate gold goes over to Laser Lord. Just all around good trade for Team Chovy. Oh, don't get hit by the turret, Laser Lord. Laser Lord.
2 hits.
Laser Lord. Silly Billy. No, he isn't, Nick. He's not just trying to charge his W. What if Alsoma was there, huh? Yeah. Yeah, that's what I thought, Nick. You sit over there at that computer. Anyways, fun game so far. Team Chovy sitting at about a 2,000 gold lead at 7 minutes.
Yeah.
I don't think they've had a gold lead this entire series.
They have not. I mean, this one does look pretty promising for them. Yorick coming back into lane with a Dirk and 2 more longswords. So he is going lethality.
Is true to his nature, going with the lethality. Kersey trying to get that Bork online as soon as he can with the recurve bow. Doesn't have boots, but he does have a longsword. So just going for more damage than the maneuverability. But Asoma does have the ultimate pop right there. Kersey.
Does he win? I don't think he
does
wins
not win that. Yeah, this lethality, the lethality is doing work, but what's not doing work is Jungle Mechanics right here, just getting blown up. The flash bandage toss is going to go wide. Castellan not able to hit it right there, but I like the play. I like the thought process there.
Yeah.
Trying to go for that. Kersey trying to go for a play here on Asomo. Could be an interesting one. Kersey so low and just gets donked by Asomo there. Rami Baba on the other side. Laser Lord going to use the flash showstopper into his turret on a killing spree. Rami Baba not having the fun game experience like he has the past 2 games.
That must feel good for Laser Lord right there.
This is the Jimmy Koi diff,
Yeah.
I guess. Jimmy Koi, 100% KP, got an assist on the Rami Baba kill using the Requiem ultimate. I guess he used the Requiem to try and kill Asomo because he was so low after the 1v1 with Kersey, but does get himself a little bit of extra gold right there. Laser Lord going to be fighting Jungle No Mechanics, and he kind of wins this. Ultimate is going to be popped. Still has the Haymaker. Does force the flash out of Jungle No Mechanics, but is going to pay with his life. Kennen going to get the shutdown gold, and that is some nice gold into the pockets of Rami Baba. Kersey trying to kill the Wisp Mother right there. That is a big part of this Yorick attack plan, doing so much damage. Oh my goodness.
Wow. W's the Q, but still takes a lot of damage there.
That's just the power of the lethality. Asomo, scary Yorick. Oh, all the minions jumping on. Oh, okay.
Oh, I really can do that. Right.
That was very
anticlimactic.
Asomo in a bit of trouble. Does run away though. Does get hit by the wall of pain. I think that's the name of that ability.
I have no idea.
Cypress trying to get some damage out onto this turret. Stun goes. Kersey not going to be able to do anything about it though. Luxana clearing some wards. Laser Lord clearing some wards. Castellan clearing some wards. Anyone else want to clear some wards? Oh, the blind sidestep. Luxana Unana getting hit by everything under the sun. The flash doesn't matter if you can't use it because you're stunned. From me to you, dying with the flash up. But Kersey could be even in more trouble. Dashing away, the heal from Cypress is going to be used. No more kills are going to be had just yet. Asomo in enemy territory. Has the teleport in a few seconds, I believe, if he wants to try and get out. Don't know if it's going to matter. Just going to try and execute.
Yeah.
Don't want to get hit by that bandage sauce, though. Going to have to run around the Requiem. Oh, is it going to pop? Oh, no. So close. Almost had the kill onto Asomo there. But regardless of that, Jimmy Coy still has 100% KP, 4-1-4 with the 150 gold bounty. Really leading his team this game so far.
Yeah, and in every game, too.
Might just be, one might say, a big jungle diff so far in this series. But that's not to say that the rest of the team is not doing work on their own. Laser Lord trying to get some more damage onto Rami Baba. If he can pull him in, the ultimate is going to be used. The Haymaker going to force the flash out of Rami Baba. Has the showstopper if he wants to use it. Going to play Ring Around the Rosie with him. Is going to not pop the ultimate. Rami Baba going to get the solo bolo onto Laser Lord. Uh-oh. Jungle No Mechanics.
He spots it, but it's too late.
Made the grave sin of walking into a tri-brush. That is that's just the unforgivable sin right there, man.
Yeah.
Can't be doing that, especially when you got a roaming Amumu and Jimmy Coy. So Cypress trying to make it work on the 1v2 down here. Luckily, you don't exactly have a super aggressive support to play against with this Janna, so very, very tame bot lane.
Yeah.
So Harsha, looking at this game so far, what lane do you think Michael Johns need to try and play more through in order to get back into it?
I would say the mid lane, the Yorick, does seem really strong here. I think if he gets a lead, they could make some macro decisions later on that could, lead them to victory.
Does have the Prowler's Claw up. Didn't finish boots. Opted for that, and he could find his first victim right here. Jimmy Coy doesn't have flash. I don't know what happened to his flash there, but the Aurelia Kersey trying to kill him right there. The Conqueror is all the way procced. Kersey slain. Asomo. Castellan is here now, but this Amumu is very slow. Uses the bandage toss to try and get out, but that is a lot of people. The huge Curse of the Sad Mummy in order to get out there, bailing him out, and that is only 1 kill trades for both sides.
Yeah, but they do get a free dragon here with the jungler not up.
Yeah, is going to be the Cloud Drake, which will be very good late game whenever you need those slicing maelstroms, and Asomo's Wisp and Mother ultimate online more frequently. Cypress having a grand old time down here with about a little bit under a 30 CS lead to his counterpart from me to you, who this game has been really quiet. 0-2-0 on this Kaisa.
Yeah, Xayah just free farming, scaling, eventually gonna come in and like one-shot everyone pretty much.
Jimmy Coy wanting to finish this game quickly, gonna pop that Herald mid lane. That will instantly take the turret because it is under half HP. Going to destroy it all. The Janna Shield actually going to save it. Wow. I didn't think that Janna Shield was going to save it entirely.
Might still die here.
Yeah, I think it is going to die regardless. Blue team destroying that first turret. Now Somo getting destroyed himself. Kersey was sick and tired of dying all the time to this Yorick. Rami Baba taking some turret shots, but not before letting Laser Lord know who's boss. This time around, 3 kills apiece for these top laners, but Laser Lord did have to recall here. He's going to have to run back to lane, finished his booties, finished his mythic item, and is coming back with a vengeance. Luxana Unana in a bit of trouble, has the flash up, does get hit by the stun. The exhaust is going to be popped has to use the flash, and Kersey not going to finish it, but the Requiem will do it all the same. Curse of the Sad Mummy is going to be popped. Irelia ultimate is going to be popped. Castellan is in a land that he does not want to be, but Irelia picks up the kill, a double kill for Jimmy Coy. He wants more. The triple kill. Could it be a quadra? Rami dodging for his life, but it's not going to matter. A quadra kill for Jimmy Coy, the rookie, coming out on these tryouts and showing the varsity players what he's made of. Castellan, I don't know what you're doing, homie. Oh, my God.
Oh, that works.
I did not know.
I did not know that either.
Interesting. So the turret picks up the kill for Luxana Unana.
An ace in their own base. Wow.
Ace in the base. I like it. But here we got a replay. Harsha, walk me through it.
All right. Well, they do catch out Luxana here. Attempts to get away, but then Jimmy Coy clicks the R button. And then, yeah, Mumu comes in. They get some more picks, and then it's just cleanup duty from here on.
Very good team fighting prowess out of the entire side of Team Chovy. They are not wanting to end this series with 0 wins. They want to put something on the board for themselves. Jimmy Coy really putting on his best performance these tryouts. Hopefully we get to see a lot more of him in the next few days. But now Kersey might be in a bit of trouble here. A bunch of people. No blast cone to save him. Luxana barely missing the tornado right there. This is very scary territory for the Michael Johns. They don't have a lot of vision in their own jungle. I believe the only ward they have is that one that Jimmy Coy is currently clearing, and the control ward that was just revealed by the plant. So very scary trying to get any type of farm. I mean, Jungle No Mechanics down a little under 30. A little bit over 20, I should say. I'm not very good at math. I've said that a few times. But Laser Lord trying to show Rami Baba how his brass knuckles look, but it is going to be a 1v3. Rami Baba says, doesn't matter. Ooh, the flash does get the hit onto Rami Baba, but he's going to be so low, and he does actually die. Holy moly. Kind of forgot Jimmy Coy has his Leandries and a Rabadon's already.
Yeah, I mean, that R does a lot. The Kaisa is almost dead already.
If we could get a check on how much damage that that Requiem does by clicking on him and then hovering over that R, I want to see that. 682 damage.
Yeah, and then the Leandries burn right after.
That's a little bit of damage.
Yeah.
That's especially against the Kennen, where your total health is like 1,400, 1,500. Not exactly the highest pool of health in the world. Teleport used top lane to try and save that. Laser Lord not wanting to lose his top turret for one of these games. Kersey almost hitting the stun onto Asomo. Castellan is in a little bit of trouble. This Amumu is in a very bad place. And the teleport, oh, Kersey is in even more trouble. Not exactly the greatest teleport, but he's going to try and make the most of it. Ooh, the perfect timing on the Janna ultimate sends Kersey flying back into the jungle, flashing over the wall. Laser Lord going to try and get some kills with a rampage. Kersey is doing so much. The showstopper into the wall, not going to be enough. Jungle No Mechanics going to survive a 3-for-1 trade in favor of the Michael Johns.
Yeah, a couple more of those and they might be back in here. They are now only 9,000 gold behind.
Yeah, they're only down 9K gold. It's all right. They are not letting Team Chovy stack all of the dragons, though. They do have a dragon to their name, so the Dragon Soul is not going to be coming up here in 4 minutes. Teleport used to try and contest this Rift Herald, though. I don't know if they have enough time to finish it. Actually, they will, just barely, though. 19 minutes and 30 seconds. Could we see a potential steal out of Jimmy Coy? Nope. Is going to go over to the Michael Johns. Could pop that mid lane. Could try and pop that top lane in order to take the turret. Objective bounties are up Michael Johns want to get those objectives and get that gold in their pockets.
Yeah, no one's really tanky on Michael Johns right now, so Karthus clicks R and they're all half dead suddenly.
I think that's kind of the downside of this Asomo build on the Yorick. Going lethality doesn't really entail many health items or resistances for that matter, but
He
does
did build Hullbreaker.
does it the Hullbreaker? I love it. Kersey wanting to get the solo kill on a Jungle No Mechanic, but Rami Baba not wanting to have that solo fest going on, but is going to force the resistances to come and help bail Kersey out. Jimmy Coy getting very low himself is just going back in knowing he's going to die and going to help the rest of his team. Oh my goodness. A double kill for Kersey. Cypress going to pick up a kill for himself. Michael Johns trying to get kills but biting off more than they can chew.
Yorick probably going to take this tower here.
I don't know. Laser Lord does do a lot of damage and is going to try and kill this Wisp Mother. But Herald is going to be popped, so not really much you can do against that if you are a set. But the rest of Team Chovy rotating up. Kersey pushing this bot side. They don't want this York to be able to get out. But will the recall finish? The recall does finish. Laser Lord not able to get to the brush in time to spy him right as he leaves. But as the passive 4 Hullbreaker says, Asomo is hunting alone, and he wants to push this side wave and not really interact with the rest of his team, which is going to be an issue if you let Team Chovy continue to stack these dragons.
Yeah. Eventually he's going to have to come down and fight for that soul.
And that is a mountain soul, so going to be very beneficial for the Michael Johns if they can get those resistances out of the mountain soul, and if they out of the mountain dragon, and if they can get the mountain soul, that would be even better. But I don't foresee that this game going to the point of a mountain soul, but who knows, I might have to eat my words here in a second. But Jimmy Coy, like I said, wants to get this game over. 11, 3, and 10 has been all over the map. Just one KP shy of 100% KP, doing anything and everything in this game.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Pings towards the Baron here.
Kaiser is going to hit that. Not going to do anything with it, though. Didn't want to ult into the back of the team and then, you know, sort of die. That's not exactly the best decision to make, especially this time. Baron is going to be aggroed. A little bit of damage onto Team Chovy. But the ward's immediately put back. Rami can hit that zombie ward over the wall. But yeah.
And while they're stalling at Baron, Yorick just running set down here.
Ooh, but on the other side, Kersey trying to dash in there. Rami is in some trouble. Laktana's in some trouble. Kersey wants some kills, but does trade the 1-for-1. Laser Lord is trying to get the 1-for-1 trade. The showstopper into the Requiem. Jimmy Coy helping his teammate from the other side of the map. Don't even know if that was his intention or if he was trying to deal damage to the other team fight, but it's a good old happy accident. The team is up. This Baron is up, and I think this is the Baron for Team Chovy.
Yeah, and from here they can just continue to apply pressure. Not a good situation.
Could we see a jungle smite steal? Oh, never mind. I think he going to be very low. Does he die to the Leandry's burn? Oh, doesn't quite die, but that is a very low health Diana and a very purple team for Team Chovy.
The Diana built Sunfire. Is that the right build? I don't play much
I
Diana.
believe it is the right build. I don't know about the Gnasher's Tooth, but I know that Sunfire is. But Laser Lord has more concerns than a Diana build. Rami going to lock him up. Laser Lord trying to survive with the Haymaker. Not going to matter for me to you. Getting on the board this game. Her first kill so far. But the Goon Squad has arrived for Team Chovy. Karthus, Cypress, and Amumu looking to make the difference. Michael Johns trying to pick up this Mountain Dragon, though, wanting to get 2 dragons for themselves and stop any potential soul from being a reality. Kersey on the top, though.
This is currently a 5v3. Not entirely sure if Team Chovy can fight this.
Maybe Jimmy Coy could have went in there to try and pick it up, but it would have cost him his life. But Kersey on the other side getting a lot of damage onto the structures of Michael Johns. Took one turret and is going to potentially take two. Is just going to sacrifice his life for it, I believe. Yes, does actually get the turret. Might try and get Rami Baba. Doesn't matter either. On the other side, Jungle No Mechanics getting run down by this Karthus. Will he hit him with any Qs? Let's see. Hits the wall of pain. One, two, and it's going to kill him. Who would have guessed that? The Karthus with 13 kills.
Does okay amount of damage.
Like I said, I've seen this episode before.
Yeah.
I know how it ends. But does Rami Baba know how it ends? He's going to try and take on the raid boss. Does back out. Knows what the proper move is. It feels like this game is closer than it actually is.
Yeah, I mean, I do still think that Michael Johns have a chance if they can wait out this Baron. The Dragons are equal, and they are scaling. Could still be winnable.
It is winnable, but that is a 11,000 gold lead. Rami Baba having to flash out from the Kersey stun right there, and Kersey still dashes in. What can you do against 200 years of game development experience? Not much, says Kersey. But the mid lane is being sieged, and there's nothing you can really do about this one. The Requiem was used to try and finish off Rami Baba, so Karthus does not have that for this next fight. But mid inhibitor is going to try to fall for Team Chovy. Bot lane is being pushed in as well. Michael Johns seeing everything in their base fall around them. We're going to try and force the fight onto Kersey. Does get stunned. The Kaisa goes in. Kersey is in a lot of trouble. The Immortal Shield Bow is popped, and he still gets a kill onto Luxana. Unana on the back end of a Jungle No Mechanics. The Showstopper pushed him into the wall. The Haymaker, the big flash. Curse of the Sad Mummy, and he's going in. The stopwatch is going to be used. The turret needs to be taken, but it doesn't matter. It is a 2v2. Team Chovy trying to finish this game off. Jimmy Coy still alive. Cypress still alive. Rami Baba and From Me to You defending the base. The thumbs up is thrown. And could we see a triple inhib? Kaisa not going to hit that. From Me to You wanting to get some more damage. Wall of Pain goes down. Rami's taking a lot of damage. So low, Jimmy Coy. He gets hit by one shuriken. He's dead. But he is going to back out. Knows that a death here would be a lot of gold into the carry's pockets. But Luxana hunting him down.
Could get caught out.
Oh no. Run, Luxana, run. Sippers wants to spare his life this time around.
Yeah.
But those two inhibs down are going to be a big thorn in the side of Michael Johns, and I will tell you why. This Dragon spawns in about a minute 30. This Baron spawns in about a minute 30. Laser Lord has teleport. Kersey will have his teleport in about 2 minutes. Those are a lot of cooldowns and timers to worry about, Harsha.
Yeah, and they have to deal with all that while having super minions push into their base.
Teleport onto his own turret. Asomo just showing the true feelings of how his team is feeling. And that is a triple inhib. So we've got double super minions in each lane, but Rami's in the back line. The Slicing Maelstrom is barely going to be popped before he dies. A huge Diana ultimate. Laser Lord with a huge Showstopper and Haymaker. And you know what? It doesn't matter because that's the end of the game. Jimmy Coy is going to get shut down, but a double kill for Jimmy Coy, a triple kill for Laser Lord, and a win for Team Chovy. They are so ecstatic. You can hear them through the airwaves screaming like they just won the World Championship after that game. And this has been a very successful first day of League of Legends Varsity and Junior Varsity tryouts. I have been very, very happy with that game. But I think the MVP of these few games has to go to Jimmy Coy.
It definitely has to. I mean, he switched teams and he still managed to carry his team to victory.
Yeah, that Karthus gameplay, and it shows the different types of. He's very versatile in the amount of champions he can play. He played Kindred, a marksman duelist in the first game. Played Belveth, which, I mean, that's still people are still trying to really feel out how to play her properly. But diving into the team, getting in the midst of it, doing so much damage, and then this last game playing Karthus, a mage, doing so well in every single game. Hopefully the stats work this time around. Yes, they do. Look at that damage. Jimmy Coy, 44,000 damage.
Yeah,
Holy
I mean,
moly.
He's just so good.
One might say he's just better. He's just quite literally built different. 15 kills, 4 assists, and 15 kills, 4 deaths, 16 assists. Very close to having full KP, 3 KP off of full KP. But the Michael Johns, obviously feeling the results of losing their jungler and ADC, Cypress doing so well in that last game as well. Didn't die a single time, so, I mean, can't really be mad about that when your ADC doesn't die.
Yeah, true.
So, all right. Got any last-minute thoughts before we check it out for today, before we head into into day 2 tomorrow?
I don't think so. I mean, yeah, we've said all that could be said. Jimmy Coy's just really good at the game.
You heard it here first, folks. Jimmy Coy Diff. That is the name of the series so far. But I do believe that is going to do it for us here at the Carolina Gaming Studio. My name is Blake. That's Harsha. We have enjoyed casting for you all. Hopefully we will be able to do the same tomorrow night. Be here or be square, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to have another group of varsity and junior varsity prospects in order for to bring you the entertainment that we brought you tonight. So now you can officially click off of that browser and have a great night.